Josh Art, GTH Boxing, we're here again. I actually just tried to film a gaming video where basically I just do what I do where I talk about boxing. I had UFC 4 in the background, but it just didn't work. It didn't look good. I didn't really stay focused. I didn't really talk, to be honest. I kind of sat there and played UFC and just let you not watch. And I just don't really want to post it. If you would be interested in seeing some gaming videos, though, oh, fucking hell, my mic's falling. Yeah, we're going for the same setup as yesterday as well. I can't be asked to put the headset on. So it is currently just there. I'm here, cheap as fuck. Like I said, I don't care. I'll improve it as the channel gets bigger, the quality of the content will get better. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. Like I spoke about the other day, on Monday in Monday's video, KSI versus Fournier and how Fournier has lodged an appeal. The decision's been made, so I'm going to read out the full statement. Today, on 19th May 2023, Mr. Joe Fournier and KSI were advised of a reviewed decision that was undertaken by Mr. Gareth Morris, the referee in charge of the bout on Saturday, 13th of May at the Over Arena, Wembley, London, United Kingdom. Mr. Fournier had submitted a protest and KSI responded following KSI's technical knockout win in the second round of the fight. After a thorough review of evidence and representations, along with assistance of Mr. Mickey Van, the supervisor in charge, and an eminent barrister, I don't even know at this point, blah, 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 where necessary, Mr. Morris came to an independent decision. Even though KSI was winning the fight, the blow with the forearm elbow has been found to be accidental with obvious disappointment that will follow. It is decided that the contest is declared a no decision in accordance with the rules. That's about it, really. That's just a bit waffle. So yeah, KSI versus Fournier is a no contest, no decision, no winner, no loser. To which KSI struck to Twitter and said that he's still undefeated and that it feels so good. Let's not take the piss. I bet you he's fucking gutted. So yeah. Just gonna scroll through a little bit. But yeah, so right. Leave it there. So yeah, KSI is probably I reckon he's gutted because he was winning that fight and he should have won the fight. Well, no, he shouldn't have won the fight. If you know what I mean. He should have, but he shouldn't. He shouldn't have won it, which is true because he elbowed him, but he should have won it because he was fucking dominating. And it was kind of just one-way traffic for Fournier, wasn't it? It wasn't really looking like it was going to change at any point. So yeah, that's that. As for what's next for both, Fournier can go back to Miami, make all his money, and just do what he wants. KSI, I just want to see him fight Jake Paul, and then it's done, really. Jake Paul can still continue, but once KSI's done, he's done. Obviously, Misfits will continue just without KSI. So just get obviously KSI wants Tommy Fury now. He said he's not interested in Jake Paul anymore. Let's be real. If they can actually agree a deal, KSI will slobber all over it and take the fight. So will Jake Paul. And I still feel like that fight's happening this December. I'm saying no because I see Misfits have got a show in December at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. No way will KSI be able to sell 70,000 odd tickets unless it's Jake Paul. I don't even think KSI Tommy Fury sells 70,000 tickets, if I'm being honest. I think they need, and do I even think KSI Tommy Fury, no, KSI Jake Paul sells that much? I don't think so, no. But it's one of those ones, you know, let's see how powerful crossover boxing really is. In other news, Katie Taylor versus Chantal Cameron takes place tomorrow night. The weigh-ins are all done. Everyone's made weight. Obviously, the boys that I'm really excited to watch. Obviously, apart from the main event, obviously two females. Oh, I've knocked my mind. Two females in the main event. Obviously, everyone's excited to watch. Let's not take the piss now. Everyone's excited to watch that. I'm excited for McFarlane versus Carty for the Celtic. Is it I don't know the heavyweight title? That one. Yeah, you know what I'm on about. It's the Celtic heavyweight title, ain't it? Kerman Ajarko, I'm excited to see how he is after a year out. Obviously, I've interviewed Kerman just as the fight got announced. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on against Grant Dennis, obviously former sparring partner, obviously very game professional. Then we have Dennis Hogan versus James Metcalf. That's a good fight. Joe, when I think about it now, I'm going to run through every fight, so I'm excited for it. I'm excited for all the fights, but the ones in particular, Carty versus McFarlane, Gary Cully. Yeah, they're the two in the main event. I'm really excited for Gary Cully. I interviewed him for International Boxing News the other week, and he's a lovely man. Really, really nice guy. Obviously, I made my video yesterday about all that stuff, so I don't really need to talk about that too much. Let's look at next week, the triple header UK World Title Fight night. 3 different world title fights going on at the same time in the UK. I'm going to go through one by one and talk about the first 2 ones I'm not going to be watching, the one that I am going to be watching. So the 2 that I'm not going to be watching for obvious reasons is Coley versus Benno Smith and Conlon versus Lopez. For obvious reasons, let me show you what I've got on my wall behind me. So I've got an Eddie Hearn signed photo here, and then just across I've got a signed photo from Lee Wood. So yeah, and then just to add as well, I've got a photo in Tyson Fury. But let me put that back. There we go. Yeah. So yeah. I'm good that I'm missing the Okoli one, to be honest. I'm really excited for the Okoli fight. I don't know why I've just moved this that way. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Okoli fight. Unless you've got Stan Stannard on the card as well. Nottingham boy, Carl Greaves trained, Carl Greaves managed. So I'm good. I'm missing his fight, but I might just have to flick his on my phone while I'm in the arena. Because Stan Stannard, he's been on the channel. He's a good lad, and I'm very, very excited. And I really do hope he gets the job done. He's the away fighter against Lee Cutler in an English title eliminator. If he gets the job done, it's huge. So it's an English title. If he wins that, that's massive for both Stan and Carl and the whole promotion. It's huge. As for the main event, I can't see a Cody losing. I can't see Ben Smith losing in Bournemouth, especially on a night like that. It's the biggest night of his life. It is fucking home team stadium from 15,000 people. World title fight. Come on, he's not even the champion, he's the challenger. And he's been able to challenge for a world title at his own stadium. How does one get that? But if I'm being honest, I've got a feeling that Cody will get it done. I think Cody might stop him late or beat him on points. As long as he can keep his range. Because from what it sounds like, Billum Smith likes fighting inside, and apparently Cody struggles with the inside stuff. Pretty obvious, to be honest, when you think about it. It's pretty obvious. So yeah, you got that. I do think it'll be an Okoli stoppage late, or obviously just a wide points win. Stan Stannard, I think he'll get the job done. I reckon he'll stop him. Yeah, I think it'll have to be a stoppage again. Away fighter. So yeah, I feel like a stoppage is what's going to be needed if we just think about how corrupt boxing can be at times and how shit the judges can be. I think a stoppage just to be safe. You got Michael McKinson on the card, and I think probably an 8-rounder, I want to say, which is frustrating. I'm frustrated to making another 8-rounder. So I do like Michael McKinson, I really do. But he's just not getting the fights. He lost to Ortiz. Now he's just not getting the fights that he needs. He's supposedly the best ranked welterweight on a box rec. Obviously, we're going off the box rec rankings, which are not like the greatest. They're not very accurate. Yeah, 6-rounder apparently. So supposedly he's in for a 6-rounder, which isn't interesting really. But game's the game. Oh well. If he wants to get himself in big fights, he's the one to choose. He's the one to call the shots. He's called the shots, so no one else really wants to fight him. Echo Esman said that he would, but I think Echo's tied up with Harry Scarf at the moment as his mandatory. So he's got to get through that. Then we can probably look at making McKinson versus Echo Esman. I think that's an undercard fight again. As much as I'd like to see Echo headline, I don't think Echo sells. It's hard to sell at the moment point arena unless you Lee Wood. We saw how fucking Maxie Hughes and Kid Galahad struggled to do it. Echo might do better though with him being a Nottingham-based fighter. He might actually. I don't know. I'd like to see Echo headline in Nottingham. He's done Harvey Haddon obviously, but not the thingy arena. So I'd say try get it in Nottingham. If not, whack it on a pay-per-view co-main event. I reckon it's a good fight. The sadder news about the May 27th card in Bournemouth is that Michael Lawal versus Isaac Chamberlain's off. Although no medical report has been provided for Lawal, which is no shock. Boxer have been struggling to provide medical reports. You got to think about it. apparently Wasserman has still not received any medical report about Liam Smith. So as far as they're aware, if June 17th is not going ahead, neither July 1st, there's no medical report. So obviously Isaac Chamberlain's basically confirmed that it's not happening. So that's a real shame. Because that could probably stole fight of the night. I reckon it really could have stole fight of the night. Looking onto the other show in Belfast, we are seeing Michael Conlan versus is that it? Yeah, Michael Conlan versus Luis Alberto Lopez. Belfast at the Odyssey. It's actually quite a card. So let's just go from. Let's look at the good names on there. Pierce O'Leary's back out, defending the WBC International Super Lightweight title. I'm a big fan of Pierce O'Leary. I think he's really good. I think he's a really good fighter. I think he's very, very good. I think he's got a lot of potential. So obviously, I'd like to see him get the win again and push on for bigger things as he always would. Then Nick Ball's out again. I got told we were meant to be doing a York Hall fight night, but clearly not. He's out against an undefeated man called Lodomo Lamati from South Africa. 21 with one draw with 11 knockouts. As he fought, and he's not really fought any massive names. Wait, hang on. No, not really. But hey ho, there's only so much you can do. Anthony Kakache's out again, defending his IBO super featherweight world title. That's always, it's good to see, ain't it? Yeah, again, I don't really know too much about the undercard. Again, it's one of those ones where they kind of just done it to pack out the main event. But let's now talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the man who I will be watching on May 27th. Leigh Wood versus Lara 2. I'm fucking terrified going into this rematch, to be honest, because I do not know how it's going to go. Unfortunately, Kieran Conway is off the card. It has been updated now. Kieran Conway's off. He's injured, so him versus Linus Udofia is not happening, which is a shame. Because I feel like that could have been a fight to steal fight of the night, but that's obviously not going ahead. So at the moment, it's just a simple 7-fight card with William Crawler, Aaron Bowen, Campbell Hatton, Akib Fia, Danny Ball versus Jamie Robinson for is it the vacant? Yeah, the vacant English welterweight title. Jack Catterall versus Dara Foley, and then Lara versus Wood, main event. I'd like to hope, I'd like to hope they'd stick a couple more fights, maybe try and pull in some last minute fights just to stack out the card a little bit. If not, then I'll work. I think most of the people are going to be in the arena for Jack Catterall or Leigh Wood. Let's just look at William Crawler. It'll just be his debut, so I reckon whoever they put him in a game. Actually, to be fair, William's not had a lot of amateur experience though. No, he has. He has actually. I'm chatting shit. Either way, it'll be his debut. They'll give him an opponent just to make give him a decent little walkover, that type of thing. Aaron Bowen again, I reckon it was be a little fucking walkover for him again. So nice 2 out of 2 there. Campbell Hatton's in against this guy called Michael Bullock, who's 6-2, who's never been stopped. Polish fighter, not don't know a lot about him. Then the Kid Fias is against a guy called Kostin Ion. 10-3 with 2 draws, 5 knockouts. Again, he's not really fought anyone massive. So yeah, I think that's probably where the main card. I think it might have to be a 2-fight before the bell, Crawler and Aaron Bowen, then straight onto the main card. Then we see Danny Ball versus Jamie Robinson. Jamie Robinson, he fights at Derby. He's promoted by Scott Kalo, Nottingham man. He puts on a lot of shows around the Midlands. So hopefully, I did ask him if he'd be up for an interview, but he didn't really want to do one before the fight, which is completely understandable. I don't blame him. He wants it's his biggest fight to date. Not everyone gets to box for an English title in Manchester at the arena. He's going to be up against it. Danny Ball's quite good. His only defeat has come up against Echo Esserman, which obviously then he's only drew to Casey Benjamin. But he's beat the likes of Mason Cartwright, Sam Gilly. They're the 2 standout names. Echo obviously got stopped in the sixth. Box actually suffered a double fracture of the jaw. Not nice. Um, but yeah, let's look then to the co-main event: Jack Catterall versus Darragh Foley. Darragh Foley's not a fuck about. He's coming to win. He'll be coming to win for sure. Um, you know, he had the same against Robbie Davies Jr. He came to win and he got the win. Um, the only guys he's lost four fights. He's lost a split decision to some fella, some Australian bloke, unlucky. Um, then lost the unanimous decision against what looks like another Australian bloke. If anyone knows Australian boxing, please let me know. Then he lost a unanimous decision to both Tyrone McKenna and Akeem Ennis Brown. Drew had a technical draw with Chris Jenkins. Just been a bit unlucky, really. But then last time out, his luck cashed in. It actually stopped Robbie Davies Jr., which is a bit weird for Robbie. Obviously, he went down and then folded on his ankle. And yeah, that was it. The fight got stopped there and then. Obviously, Jack Catterall has not been in the ring since that night in Scotland, where he should have become the undisputed fucking lightweight champion, super lightweight champion even. But he's not. So he's moved forward, back out. Jamie Moore's got a plan for him. Matchroom have got a plan for him, and it's good to see. So yeah, he's out in the co-main event. I think it'll be a Jack Catterall. I want to say Catterall points. I think Catterall will just take him 10 rounds, get the points, get the rounds back under, and get himself running again. Let's just talk about the main event. Lara versus Wood. Holy shit, what a quick turnaround, first of all. Literally, come fight night, it's actually just over 3 months now. 3 months, just a day over 3 months since the first fight. I don't know how it's going to go, man. I don't know. My heart wants Lee Wood, obviously. We all know that my heart wants Lee Wood. I think he will do it. But fucking hell, will it be a fucking nervy affair come that main event for me and anyone else from Nottingham who's there, both watching at home and in the arena, whether you watch it at the pub, in your living room, in your fucking garden, in your bathroom, wherever. If you're from Nottingham and you're a Lee Wood fan, it'll be a nervy 12 rounds, no matter what. Andy Clark said it best the other week. Now that we know what to expect from Lara, I know that you can flip it at any time. If you're not a boxing fan, you didn't know that before, you know that now going into this one. Obviously, I'm a boxing fan. I've watched Lara before. I knew he could do that. Did I expect him to do it against Lee Wood? Originally, I was expecting, he might land a couple shots, and he might, have a bit of success. But I thought, Lee Wood can get it done, and Lee Wood was getting it done. And then obviously, paid the price and got caught by one shot, which ultimately is what fucked him. He was doing everything right. He picked the right shots perfectly until that last shot. That last shot when he tried to trip, as Dave Caldwell said in the interview, he tried to hook with a hooker, and that never works. So yeah, this time I think there'll be a bit more fire in Lee Wood's belly as well. I think. Do we think there's pressure on him last time with it being in Nottingham again? I don't think there was. I think he likes having Nottingham behind him. I think he's proud to have Nottingham behind him. But sometimes does it all get a bit too much? I don't think it does. Lee Wood tends to thrive in front of a crowd. If he was going to take a fight, he already fought Colin in Nottingham and got that done. He's not going to be afraid of fighting in front of a crowd, especially in front of a massive roaring crowd like that. He experienced it before. But is there a bit of pressure off him this time, being in Manchester? Because the fight week events aren't going to be packed. The weigh-in won't be packed. The open workout probably won't be packed. What else I have to say? Obviously, not as why he had the rematch clause to fall back on, which is why I think that Ben Davis found it a bit easier to throw the towel in and stop the fight. So he's got the immediate rematch. This time, there's no immediate rematch if he loses. If he loses now, saying I think if Lee Wood loses, I think it's retirement. Because Warrington's then going to sit there and get Lara and take a third fight with Lara. And he'll probably get beat by Lara. And Warrington will probably have to retire. So, I don't know. I think it's now or never for Lee Wood, really. He has to win this one. And he said it in Matchroom's video. Win this, have a fight in between, and then next summer he wants to have his final fight at the City Ground. How sick would that be? How sick would that? I'm saying it. I'll say it 4 times. How sick would that be? No, imagine how sick would that be? Lee Wood final retirement fight, WBA featherweight world title on the line, and he gets to defend it at the City Ground in front of 35,000 of Nottingham's finest. That'd be fucking brilliant, and you cannot tell me it wouldn't. My prediction for fight night: Lee Wood points. I think Lee Wood will get him on a point decision this time. I don't think. I think he'll be a lot. I don't know. He knows what to expect this time. Joe, oh, I don't know. Fucking hell, I should have just ended it on Lee Wood points. So I'm going to sit for fucking 5 minutes, just sit and just keep talking thoughts. I reckon Lee Wood late stoppage, actually. Late stoppage. I reckon Lee Wood round 10 onwards. Boom. That is it from me. If you've enjoyed, do your usual. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Pushing 400 subscribers. Come on now, you know it. You want to get me there. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button. It does me a favor. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost me anything. It's free. You don't actually have to watch my videos if you subscribe. I'd appreciate if you did though. So yeah, that's it from me. If you enjoyed, do your thing, and I'll catch you on Monday. Bye.